Okay, I'm going to show you one way to do long division. This isn't the only way, but this is a way that enables you to be able to do long division without having a firm grasp of your times table. To do it this way, you really only need to know is your tens, your twos, and maybe your fives. So we start like this. We're just going to draw a little line, and it's 425 divided by 5. So if you were to share 425 of something with 5 people, how many would you have? All right, so here we go. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, 5, I'm not sure how many times 5 goes into 425, but I know that 5 times 5 times 20. Let's try that. I know 5 times 10 is 50, and 5 times 20 is 100. So 5 times 20 is 100. Now I'm going to subtract that. 425 minus 100 is 325. So if 5 times 20 is 100, then 5 times 40 is going to be 200. 5 times 60 is likely to be 300. And I know that because 5 times 6 is 30, and therefore 5 times 60 is going to be 300. And again, I subtract this and I'm left with 25. Now it gets pretty simple. I know that 5 times 5 is 25. And I'm left with the remainder of 0. So all I've done here is I've simply tried to break it down as quickly as I can. And the numbers that I've multiplied, I've just listed on the other side of this line here. Anything that's left over has been on the left side of my line. So I add these together. I get 20 plus 60 plus 5 is 85. My answer is 85. 5 times 85 is 425. 425 divided by 5 is 85. Now another way that I could have done this is I could have just looked at the numbers here and saw that this one ends in 5 and I have a 5 here. Well, if I took this and I simply thought, okay, this is 400 plus 25, I might figure out that 5 times 80 equals 400, and 5 times 5 equals 25. So 80 and 5 is 85. So there's a number of different ways that you can do division. Let's try another. $423 divided by 9. Whoops, messed that up. Now, one of the things that I like to do if I look at something like this is I like to say, okay, well that's about 420, and that's about 10. So if I was to estimate this, my answer is gonna be somewhere around 42. It's probably gonna be a little bit more because it's not 10, it's 9 actually, but it's gonna be a little bit more than 42, but not too much more. So that'll help me to check to see if my answer makes sense when I'm done. All right, so here we go. Now, since I've already tried this, 9, I think roughly 40, I'm gonna try 40. Let's try 40. So I'm gonna write 40 here on the outside. And I know that 9 times 4 is 36. So 9 times 40 is going to be 360. Now I'm going to subtract 42 minus 36 is 63. Now it gets pretty simple for me because I know that 9 times 7 is equal to 63. I know that, so my 7 over here, 9 times 7, 63, and my remainder again is 0. Add these up, 47. My answer is actually 47. Pretty straightforward. Now, why does that make sense? Well, it makes sense because we know that 9 times 40 plus 9 times 7 is the same thing as 9 times 47. I've just broken it out. All right, let's try one more. $389 divided by 17. This one's a little bit tricky for me. I know my 10 times table, so I'm going to go 10 times 17, and I know that's 170. 9 minus 0. 80 minus 70 is 10. And 300 minus 100 is 200. Now I see 170 here. I'm going to try 10 again. 10 times 17 is 170. That's 9. And 210 minus 170 is 49. Now, what do I do now? Okay, well, I know my 2 times tables, and I know that I can double 17. And if I double 17, it's 34. So 49 minus 34 is 15. Now 17 is not going to go evenly into 15 again. So this is going to be my remainder. So we go up here and we write that 10 plus 10 plus 2 equals 22. So my answer is 22, remainder 15. Pretty straightforward. Makes sense. All right. Ooh, tricky one here. Let's try this one. Okay, now I know that 67 times 10 is going to be 670, but 670 is way bigger than 376. But I know then that 67 times 5 is going to be half of what 67 times 10 is. And so half of 670 is 335. That's less than this. So I'm going to plug that in there. 335, and I had multiplied it by 5. 5 times 67, 335. Do my subtraction. Now I'm again left with a number that's not going to divide evenly. 67 is not going to divide evenly into 41. So my answer is 5, remainder 41. All right, you give it a try.